I'm so sorry for the delay. I had some technical obstacles. Welcome to the live Q&A webinar by AvaTrade. My name is Danny. I will be giving you the webinar today. The purpose of this concept is exactly as it sounds. It's a live questions and answers. We are going to present. Okay, we are going to present the way that the webinar is going to happen. So the agenda is that first we'll have common questions. Those are questions that our team has gathered, and then we have dynamic questions, which is, guys, questions that you will ask along the webinar. So that means, in other words, that you don't have to wait for my permission to ask something. You can just land it on the question section and I will address it accordingly. And this part is a bit more informative. We're gonna send you some interesting links. This is in a nutshell about analysis, unless it's not going to be covered on the questions themselves. And that's it. This is a very nice webinar, very easygoing webinar. So the purpose here is to give you as many answers as I could in the time frame that I have, obviously. And let's just, before we get started, any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only. It should not be construed or applied as an investment advice, recommendation, or a suggestion. Okay, now we can begin. The only thing I'm going to say is this webinar is recorded, so don't worry if you didn't understand my explanation on the first attempt, okay, or even the second attempt. So you can just go to our channel on YouTube, search live Q&A webinar, and it should be there within, I believe, 48 to 72 hours, give or take. Yeah, so let me just make sure that the webinar is recorded as it's supposed to be, and then we'll get started. So a few moments and I'm all yours. All right, guys, before we will begin, can somebody confirm that one is okay? Because I've been battling with this with the sound this morning. Not sure if you can still hear me properly, or is it a bit low? So if somebody can comment, then thank you. Thank you, thank you. I just had to make sure, and that the chart is visible. That would be also great. Oh, that's fine. Okay, all right. So let's begin with the questions. So this is the common questions that our team has gathered. What is the best way to get started after making a deposit? Okay, pretty good. Who can I contact if I need something? But it depends what you need, but okay. How can I get a senior account manager? Well, I love this concept. This question has been almost every, should I use leverage when trading or not? Given the fact we are CFDs platforms, I would say that leverage is quite embedded in the system, but okay. When will the interest rate go down? Okay, all right. This is guys, I mean, I know I'm good, but when will the interest rate go down? Who knows that? Maybe an angel, right? But okay. It's okay. Let's try and get them one by one. So what is the best way to get started? Okay. All right. Guys, I want to see your opinion, right? So what's the best way? So let's suppose you've made a deposit. Okay, you've made a deposit of, I don't know, $1,000. Okay, how do you start? What's the first thing that you do with $1,000? What do? You now have the platform. This is, by the way, the live. This is the web trader. Okay, so that means that this platform is accessible without to download anything or search anything. This is plain and simple. You log in with your email and password, you're here. Okay, if you're not here, if you're seeing something a bit different, so you should contact your senior account manager or the customer service crew, which is here, as you can see, customer service. And that, by the way, answer quite, there we go, quite respectably about that question as well. right? So who can I contact? The answer is your senior account manager or the customer service, right? Okay. Yeah, so let's paste that here. And if we could make it a little beautiful. Yeah. What is the best way? Okay, then. So the best way, guys, what is the best way? Obviously, there is not really official best way. Everybody can get started in which way he wants. Somebody can learn a bit and get into a course and get maybe a mentor or anything like that. Somebody can be part of a group, right? If you have a group you're associated with, so they can give you some support. And some people like to just learn by themselves, right? How do you get started? You just slowly recognize the platform, right? Slowly finding how it works. Yeah, everybody can start with in which way they want. But I would say, okay, if you ask my personal opinion, what's the best way to get started is I would make some targets. I would state some targets. I've been logged in. I've been logged out of the AvaTrade Go app while trading in the demo. What can be the reason? What could be the reason? It's a good question, Jacobus. Thank you very much. Just a second. Thank you. Okay, I will paste your question, sir, right in the dynamic question section, even though that's pretty much a go, but yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. It's a good question. We'll get to that. I just don't want to forget what I'm doing now. So what is the best way to get started? Now, if you're asking my personal opinion, what's the best way to get started? I would obviously state some target. So, okay, I would think of some targets or goals, right? Maybe design or jot down some, right? Decide your targets, maybe, and then make a plan how to achieve them, right? Decide your targets, make a plan, and, well, basically just slowly start moving. When you have a plan and you have target and you accomplished your target at least once or twice, slowly you might be able to do it systematically. If you don't have a goal and you don't have a plan and you succeeded, you wouldn't quite know how you've done it, right? So you wouldn't be able to necessarily multiply that. So it doesn't have to be a big number, a crazy number. It could be just any number, another 1,000 or another, I don't know, any number you're okay with, and slowly just try and multiply that, because trading is something systematic, right? Nobody's here to make just $100 and that's it, right? We want to do it consistently. Okay, so I think decide your target, make a plan, increase your, I don't want to say knowledge, but understanding, maybe increase your understanding about trading. Yeah, that's pretty much it, because increase your knowledge, you can increase your knowledge in so many ways, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be effective for you, right? So decide your target, make a plan. Okay, yeah, make a plan. Yeah, so he wants me to plan, but I don't want to plan. I want to make a plan. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can ignore this. Yes, and we'll get this smaller. Beautiful. How can I get a senior account manager? This is so common. So just well, contact customer service after activating your account. Yes, there we go. That was as simple as it gets. What does a senior account manager do, Danny? Tell us. So an account manager is doing exactly what is written above here. He's responsible on giving you the education and the necessary tools to carry on with the account and basically to fully enjoy your journey with AvaTrade. Some kind of an individual who is just looking after the account. So you can reach out for any kind of assistance or questions. It's a service that we provide, by the way. Not many companies left giving those this privilege. Okay, so should I use the leverage when trading or not? Okay, so I'm gonna paste this question, even though, as I said, we are providing, those are the platforms that we have, right? Platforms. So we have MT4, MT5, the web trader, obviously AvaGo. There is a little query we received now. And we have the other ones, social and options. Yeah, sure. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Okay, but those guys are CFDs platforms, right? CFDs. You know what? Let's get rid of that. Okay, CFDs, that means contract for difference, and that means that the leverage, let me tell you a secret, is built in. That means that it doesn't matter which asset I'm gonna pick, right? So I can pick Euro Australian, okay, as an example, and I have leverage. What leverage? 1 to 20. And then I can pick Canadian Japanese. Okay. Okay, so Canadian Japanese, why is it? Oh, right. I have to click. By the way, I forgot to, let me just give you a quick guide through, just on a nutshell, a few moments so you can enjoy it to the full extent of this beautiful interface. Usually it comes like that by default, maybe this way. That depends. But anyway, to control the size, you can either click here and then click and drag, or you can minimize and maximize by clicking on the 2 tiny arrows to the right, okay, right side of the toolbar. And to get the sidebar with all the specifications I had to the right, I must click sell or buy, and then there you go. Okay, so that, oh, and one more thing. So I don't have any information from the candles, right? The reason is my Corsair by default has no Corsair. I know that it sounds funny. Danny, what do you mean no Corsair? That means that I have to decide to choose this to be able to analyze technically. Otherwise, we are with no Corsair. No Corsair is good for click and drag, but not for analysis. Yeah. Those are the 3 steps that I suggest you'll do to make sure you're able to do it comfortably. So like I said, expand or minimize by 2 arrows, then click or sell or buy, and the crosshair here. Okay, if you don't have those vertical and horizontal line following your hand, so you know that you're without the crosshair. Trading or not. Okay, so the leverage is built in the system in each and every position, in each and every asset, sorry, and in each and every position, to be honest. If I'm gonna go to commodities, okay, you know what? Let's pick something generic. Let's go with Euro USD, right? So I'm searching manually, but I could just as much do that and pick it from the list. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. Okay. So are we with a buy or sell? Let's go for a sell. Okay, 25. Let's make it. Okay. Now, you know what? Let's make it 0.1 and then every pip worth $1. Okay, so I moved it 100 pips. That means that I am pip will be that. Yeah, pip is the fourth digit after the decimal. Pip is percentage in points. Yeah. So that's is, let me, how can I, that, there we go. Okay, so if for instance, we are going for that as a take profit, let me just close, I'm gonna explain in a second exactly what is take profit and stop loss, guys, don't worry. It's 1.31, right? Yeah, let me be precise about it. So if I want to take that number and put it on the chart, right? So I can remember, I can visibly see the figure. So I'm going to do that, change it into the coordinates. See the coordinates here? Yeah. Yeah, so the way that it works, this take profit is a pending order. That means that it's an order that's sitting on the chart. So the platform will remember that in this price, she needs to close the position with the profit. And stop loss is just the same idea for the other side. So in here, it's going to stop it with that's because I'm selling. Okay, so when I'm selling, my intention is that Euro USD will go down. That means that if it goes down, I'll make profit. So my take profit is in a lower price. And my stop loss will stop my position from losing more than I should have had. So that will be up. If the case would be buy, so my take profit will be in a higher price and my stop loss would be lower. Now, how does that relate it to leverage, Danny? The question was about leverage, but of course I have to explain to you the basics before I carry on. So the leverage, what it does, as you see here, just giving you more buying or selling power. So by default, you're giving with the leverage, whether to use it or not. It's, let me say that you're going to use it anyway because it's built in the system, but you can choose if you rely on it or not. So that means that if you have enough capital, for instance, I want to take 10,000 euros and I'm very close to 10,000 euros. I have $10,000. So that means that this position, you know what, let's make it, there we go. No, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted is that. Okay, so even without the leverage, I can still afford this position because this 5,000 euros that I'm getting, that cost $5,600, isn't it? Because of the conversion rate. Okay, so this is the euro. This is how many dollars are in a euro. Yeah, and the more that the USD will strengthen, the more that that the dollar is strengthening, the US economy is strengthening, so this value is going to be minimized. Let me just remind you. I know that I'm running out of time, but still, this is those things I'm always requested to explain, and I never have a chance. But now, because we are so good with the speed, so I allow myself to do it with you guys. There we go. Yeah, in this case, the dollar was stronger than the euro. I don't know if you remember. When was that? Right. You remember that? Who remembers the date? There you go. Thank you, Charlie. So, okay, so what do we understand? We understand that to use the leverage, I can use it, buying power and selling power, to be able to occupy a bigger position, but I could do it even without leverage. So that means let's do this exercise together, right? So we're going to take 1.12031, multiply 5,000. Okay, so this is the conversion rate. This is the difference between the dollar and the euro, right? Which brings us to that number. 5601. Okay, and that's how much it cost. Well, it's not exactly how much it cost, but that's the value. Okay, we'll see how much it cost because we have to consider the leverage. Now, the leverage, as I always say, in simple word, it's multiplier, right? I hope that I wrote it correctly. Okay, so that means that you can buy or sell, lets you buy or sell more units with the same balance. Yeah, great. And that means that the margin requirement or impact is 30 times less. So if we're multiplied by 30, that means that we're going to do that. Let's see. There we go. You see that number over here is just when the leverage is in the formula. So should have costed that, and now it cost me that because of the leverage, or maybe thanks to the leverage, because at the end of the day, leverage is not something that is causing you to lose more or to gain more. It gives you the selling and the buying power. How you utilize it, that's up to you, right? Because my result, as you can see here, right, $54. So without the leverage, how much would it be? The same amount. I could still occupy that position, $56. I would still lose the same with take profit and stop loss, right? In this case, it cost me $5.5 grand, and I have 10,000 in balance, so I could have done it anyway, right? Right? If I want to take that, so obviously I couldn't do it without the leverage, right? But thanks to the leverage, it's 1.8. Yeah. Is that understood, guys? I wish to carry on. Should I leverage or not? Okay. So, guys, this comparison, is that understood? Do we have any more questions? By the way, I didn't get any questions till now beside dear Jacobus. Any questions, guys? I'm giving you a chance. Okay, so let's put that 1867. Oh, how did that? Oh, sure. Just realized that I changed the lot size, and that was caused it to be like this way. Should I use leverage or not? So, okay. AvaTrade is providing for difference platforms, which means the leverage is built in. Okay, and that means I will go, MT4, and MT5, right? So the leverage is built in and by default is in the system, except for special circumstances, which I will not discuss at present because we don't have the time. Will the webinar be available after it ended? And if so, where? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As I said in the beginning before I started, it will be in our channel on YouTube. So you can just find it there. Okay, our last question is, yeah, so this is, I don't know what the team think that I am, but I could never know that. But let's together see what happened last time, okay? Maybe we can save it for the end, and then I could just log the reasons. Okay, could be either internet connection, could be that your device just collapsed. Could be many reasons, but what I would suggest is that you will send a screenshot to your senior account manager if you got an error. Did you get an error, Jacobus, when you when it happened? Because sometimes my computer betrays me and it just collapses. So I don't know if it's the same with you, but I suggest, look, you can upload a screenshot and or to your, yeah, that's what I would do. Either that or the customer service, and then we can explore a bit better what the issue is. Why is it always complaining about my, there we go. Okay, now we can play with the last question. So when will the interest rate, who can take a guess, guys? You know what, this is a fun question. I love this webinar is one of my favorites. Okay, so who can take a guess? When will the interest rate go down? I'm taking guesses now. What do you think? And if this question should have had an if in it, then it would make more sense. I mean, I don't want to, give any guarantees if it will go down or not. It probably it could. You know what? Let's open the report instead of telling you stories. I mean, I'm telling you stories anyway, but at least we'll do it in an educational way, right? Oh, I forgot. Right, so we are adding so many good things into the platform that I don't necessarily keep the pace, right? So this is something that we added recently. Well, I don't know if to call it recently, but we added it and it's amazing. We have signals provided by Trading Central, giving you all the important things about technical analysis, buy scenario, sell scenario, key levels. You see last, the pivot points, resistance and support. Let me just give you in a nutshell. I'm going back to the prophecy, to the to the interest rate, right? Just a second. Let me find. You know what? Maybe I'll stay on Canadian, Japanese. Yeah. So if I'm analyzing that, and we just received where is the signal? Okay, what's up? This is how it looks. It doesn't mean that it will be on all of our assets. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. You see, for instance, I don't have it with corn, I don't have it with palladium and platinum, but I have it with sugar and cotton, okay, and cocoa and coffee, as an example. Now let's stick with the currencies for now. Where were we? I think we chose Canadian, Chinese, right? Yeah, so if I'm analyzing currencies now, is it true that in a buy trade the actual stop loss is higher than the one I set? Yes. That's completely fine. Okay. Yeah. Let me jot down that somewhere, but I'm wondering if I could do it. Yes. Well, guys, I'm getting good at that. You see that? You remember the first times that I had to, yeah, let's do it this way. There we go. Is it true? I'll have to rephrase you know what? Let me keep it this way. I'll be nice. Usually I could rephrase the questions, but I will keep it this way. Thank you. Okay. Now, but actually now I have to answer that one before I keep with the interest rate, but I was in the middle of explaining support and resistance. So just give me a minute and then I will explain. So we had the signal for Canadian, Japanese, okay? There are certain things here, support and resistance, 106, 81, 105, 89. Okay, so support and resistance. Now, when I'm looking at the chart, and the chart looks to me like a room, okay, as an example. So if this is my room, something just happened. I don't know if it's gonna let me do that. Okay, apparently, yes. Okay, it did. Yeah, so if this is my highest point, you see that I have it here, I have it here. It's true that it exceeded a bit here, but you'll have to forgive me. Okay, and if I want to align, let me see if I can, okay, no. Right, so, no, that's not that as well. A retracement, why can't I click it? Thank you. Okay, so I have certain levels. No, it's not gonna show the way that I want it. Let me just do it manually. Never mind, I had good attention to show you something good, but there we go. Okay, so I have many levels, many levels. All of those are levels. Okay, maybe because it's beyond already. So I should have maybe show you the higher levels. And apparently this frame is a bit too big, but never mind. Okay, so where it's at right now, the 106, you see this is practically my resistance as it's the highest point of the chart. Okay, but I can also find 107,640 as a second resistance. So this is my next resistance. And beyond that, I have that little tip here. And then I also have it here, right? So I have this line, that line, and the additional line. And I also have the higher one. Let me get rid of that. And not sure I can show that. Yeah, let me see. No, it's not gonna let us show that, unfortunately. But this is the idea, okay? So this is the resistance, this would be the support, but also if it goes down, so I also can find that and this, and then as it goes down, it can reach those levels. So the next support line is much lower, okay? Right, so let's carry on. I just wanted to give you an idea of support and resistance so you can use the signals a bit more efficiently. I gotta say though that use it as an additional layer of analysis. Don't blindly, I mean, you could, okay, it's not necessarily a bad idea, but I like to have additional analysis, not just to rely on something blindly, okay? Everybody can do what they want. Yeah, so why did I want to show you that? Because of this question about the interest rate. So let's go back. This is the sidebar here. Many good things. You have the signals as we clicked and we explored. We also have the calculator. Some way, it's here in Discovery, and we have the news. Amazing. Section that we added recently. Why doesn't it open? Oh, sure, I have to, it's not gonna open unless I click one of those. So I'm gonna click on economic calendar so we can find the interest rate decision. Now, I'm not gonna tell you if it's going when it's going down or if it's going down because I'm not from the Feds, okay? And neither them, none of them is gonna know until the 26th. I think the next is 26th. Let's find out. So here, I can either filter by the countries or I can simply type it in the search field. So let's just type interest rate and click enter. Okay, apparently, let's try rate. Okay, that is the, ooh, yeah, that's kind of contradict the question, okay? But it's amazing for educational purposes. That's quite amazing because now I can show you that. Okay, so I don't know where the team has got when the interest rate will go down, where when it should be will the interest rate go down, okay? Or if, I don't know, but it's not necessarily true, not at all. As you can see, the forecast is actually that the interest rate will increase, right? So 5.5 is actually what we, right? That's the forecast. This is the previous. And I can find for a future event that it's in the next week, maybe less than a week, right? 6 days. When is that? Let me see the day. It's Wednesday, right? Of course. So it's Wednesday, and then we're gonna see. We'll have an actual. Let me see that from the 14th. Why can't I find it? It's a bit odd, but I believe that I need to do something different with the search. No, it doesn't let us do that. Maybe if I'll do this, and then no. Okay, so you gotta find the balance with the search. You gotta find the balance with the search, and now it's gonna show me the whole all of the countries. Okay, so in this case, you have many things that you don't really need. So what you can do is you click here on the box to mark all the countries. Then I click it again to clean the list, and then I'm going to choose only what I need, which in this case is US because I'm mainly trading dollars. So I'm going to click in here, and then I can find out all of the necessary things. So I can click here if I'm not sure if this is the right decision, and then I can see this is the previous. That means that this is the result that we had in the last report, and this is the future. This is the forecast. So this is what we anticipate, and in here will be the result. When will it be? On the 26th. The 26th at 9 p.m. Yeah. So to the question, will go down? So obviously nobody knows. You know what? I think I can give an answer, but it's not going to be a number. The interest rate can go down when the economy will be better, right? Because who knows why the interest rate is so high? Maybe this is what the question is referring to. It takes me time till the dime hit the floor, but it should have been written a bit different, right? When the interest rate will go down, when will the interest rate go down? Interest rate going up or down, depending on the situation the economy is at, and it's possible that the interest rate will go down if the economy will do better. I don't know if my answer is sufficient, but I can't never say a date or an estimation or, God forbid, a number. I can't provide any of that, guys. As I said, they can only know so much. Okay, well, that's I think it's quite all right. Oh, I think everything can be in one line. Oh, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Straight going up or down depending on the economy. The economy is at, yeah, and it's possible that the interest rate will go down if the economy will do considerably better. Yeah. That's pretty much it. What do we have left? Is it true that in a buy price, the actual okay, that makes complete sense. We're going to discuss it now. Yes, we will, but I think, let me see if I have time to share it with you. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it, and then I can share with you the links. Why do we have 1 and 1? Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to argue with the presentation. We're not ready for that battle now. Is it true? I'm just going to rephrase your question. I'm so sorry, okay? How do I put it down? You know what? Let's keep it this way, and somehow I okay. Take profit by definition is designed to take the profit, stop the position, reaching a price, giving a profit, meaning buying a product, an asset at $1,000. Okay, take profit 1,001. Yeah, you're giving us profit $1. Yeah, pretty much it. Now, buying an asset at $1,000 plus spread, take profit equals 1,001, not necessarily a profit. Okay, that means the profit could be -1. Why? Because the spread could be $2. So that means that the take profit can never be 1,001, right? Why is that? Who can tell me why is that? Who asked this? Question? Oh, Pieter, right? Pieter, are you with us? You're following? Just gonna take a sip, guys. Sorry, I've been speaking for almost an hour now. Just a second. Okay, does that make sense? Are we understanding that? Are we understanding that, guys? Is that clear? Yes, okay, I'm happy that it's clear. I'm happy that it's clear. Now the question is, how do I put that in the presentation somehow? Maybe I can just explain that it's with the spread. Maybe it would make more sense. Just a second. Okay, when buying or selling, take profit is designed. Stop the position. Position. Yeah. With a profit. Therefore, there must be a difference allowing the position to make profit. There must be a difference in prices, allowing the position. I don't know if it's understood, but I kind of showed it on the chart in a way that couldn't be any clearer. So if somebody complaining, he can just see the webinar again. Oh, did I move it? Oh no. There we go. Can we make it in a single line, guys? What do you think? Yes. We are getting so good at that. Yeah. If you guys have any more questions, so go ahead, but I will be pasting those things into the chat section for your convenience to save you some trouble. That is for the Education Center, guys. It's an amazing section that we added recently with no, the question is when the price goes down and I have a stop loss at 995, can it kick me out at 994 because of the spread? Not really. Look, this okay, this is a good question, but let me just finish pasting those things and then I will address it. So this is for the platform, right? This is to log in and deposit. That is for the faculty health center. Real account, if you had enough with that demo and you now want to conquer the world. What did I do? There we go. This is for the academy, similar to the education center. That one is just with tutorials and videos and all kind of nice things. And I will perhaps, you know what, let's save it to the end because we still have another question. So kick me out at, yeah, but that depends. That depends. I gotta know the actual position. What was the entry? What was the size? What was the margin? Look, what can throw you out is if you have a stop loss marked on a certain price and the spread is increasing the price. Because I want to show you something. Let me just show you something, okay? This is my buying price. This is my selling price. You see, I have a difference of 30 cents almost, 29 cents. So if my stop loss is away with spread in 28 cents, I'm still okay. But if it's 29 cents, if it reached the price that it's in the sell price range, it will throw me out because the sell price is in difference of almost 30 cents, is lower than the buy price by 30 cents. This has to be more expensive because we're buying. And remember that when we are buying, did I delete it? Oh, no, I didn't delete it. Look. Okay, you see, buying an asset, plus I exaggerated with $2, right? I put it here $2. But in gold, this is the case, right? That is the case, right? So to sell this position with take profit, I must make sure that the difference is at least 30 cents. Look what happens if I try not to, okay? Let me just put it this way. 1981.90. You see, this is higher figure. This is absolutely higher figure than oh, it moved. I don't know if I can show you that now because now it's not gonna allow me to. 82, let's just, please don't move. No, it's still, it just, okay, you see here that I cannot take profit even though it's higher. You understand it's 82.1, this is 82.03, and still I'm in a loss. Why is that? Who can tell me why is that? Because of the spread, right? 29 cents, but when I multiply by 10, even if I do this, still I'm in a problem. Yeah. Okay, guys. We have 3 minutes. Is that clear though? Was I able to explain that to you, or is it still complicated? All right, guys. I'm glad that you understood. Of course, this is what I'm here to do, exactly that. And it's pretty common, believe it or not, it's pretty common. This is how it works. People don't know that, so make sure that your stop loss and take profit are with additional with additional difference, right? We must acknowledge the spread. Yeah, let's wrap it up with there we go. I'm gonna give you guys a special promotion code with Q&A benefit. This is what you should give your senior account manager to get the full one-on-one premium market review. And what's better than that? I mean, questions about the interest rate, questions about so many things. We're gonna paste it in the chat for you guys to enjoy. And that's it, guys. We have another 2-3 minutes. So before we finish for today, do we have any questions about anything? Any other questions? Take your chance. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till next week. Next week at the same time, Marvin. Marvin, you're asking when's the next time? The next time is Thursday at exactly the same time that we had today. Okay, 12 o'clock. All right. I think we had a lot of, look how many nice questions we had today, right? All of those questions and questions from the audience. So we have kind of, how often does a stop loss not work? Good question though. Good question. That depends if you have gaps. Can I just show you a gap? I hope I can. Where will I find? This is only if we get lucky. Otherwise, no. Okay, the question is how often the stop loss doesn't work. So it doesn't work when the market is jumping, when the movements are unusual. Okay, so you get something called slippage. Okay, so when we have no control and just jump, this is not gold, by the way, God forbid. Okay, this is Tesla. So this is how it happens. Guys, we had a lot of good questions today. I appreciate whoever came today to the webinar, joined today. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And that's it. I wish you best of luck, make a lot of profits, and have a good day.